There are some big changes in GTA 6, such as limited money refueling your vehicle, just like Mafia 2. Full in-game days lasting 144 minutes, that's 3 times as long from GTA 5 and GTA 4, all GTA games actually. You now have dedicated medicine for refueling your health and stim packs, interactions with NPCs. And finally, they brought back realistic damage for vehicle collisions, just like in GTA 4 and the beginning of GTA 5 before they dumped it all down for a first-person mode. So we're going to do a whole deep dive on the 7 so far GTA 6 leaks. I'm making these into more compacted videos, not one video per each leak to flood your sub box. Just summarize them all in one video. Here's everything new we know so far. Massive spoiler alert, and all these pictures I will show are edited with AI and reshaded, so hopefully Rockstar does not take them down. I'm risking it for the biscuit. So let's start off with who the leaker is. These leaks are coming from CyberLeak, who said at first that this is to promote physical games. He put a big note on the screen saying, no physical copies, more leaks. But then he also wants people to buy his cryptocurrency. He's been putting out polls for what the next video he releases should be. And this is where we wonder, does he actually have a build, or is it actually just some kind of stock of videos he has and he's drip feeding them to us, just like Rockstar does? But he did release 7 videos. Leak number 1 is the basketball clip at Jason's Key Lento safe house in the Leonardo Keys. He then jumps down where you see a Sea-Doo. He almost lands on the ground and scuffs to the back of his arms a little bit. Very crazy attention to detail. As he plays a basketball game, he increases his focus stats, so each time he scores, his focus increases by 0.2%. So that is a new stat confirmed. And then he proceeds to be just terrible at basketball. I mean, I think this guy should pick up NBA 2K26 or something, because he is not a gamer at all. You know his number one thing in life is cryptocurrency and not gaming. He just chose GTA 6. The second leaked video is Assault. Jason is driving his Vapid Ganado, which is his main car he starts off the game with, and the car we see him upgrading along the line in trailer number 1 and trailer number 2 and the screenshots. In this clip, we see Impact by S.G. Lewis and Robin. Rockstar does love their Robin music. Is playing on the radio as Jason swerves and hits a UPS parody now called Scoop. So we don't know, previously in GTA 5 it was Post-Op, so maybe they changed the name, but in this clip it is Scoop. So after crashing into this truck, the NPC gets out with a wrench. Jason goes and attacks him and picks up the wrench out of his hands and then starts just being the NPC with it. Which then we see 2 options for the NPC. We see loot and carry. So carrying is back, we can probably pick him up, put him in our trunk so the hides its body and NPCs don't report to cops, because NPCs can report crimes to the cops and you will get stars for that. And then we see that the 6-star wanted level is confirmed. And when Jason does get the cops on him, the 2 stars, we see 3 icons: a clothing icon, a face icon, and a vehicle icon, as well as a message that says crime reported. So the icons are telling us what the police know about us. They are lit up red, so if we change our clothes, the clothing icon will not light up anymore, and it'll only be the face and vehicle. So we'll have to either put on a mask, change our hairstyle, and then change our vehicle. Leak number 3 is the taser leak. Jason drives up to the Ambrosia Mill and Refinery in Ambrosia, and then he sees 2 guards and he proceeds to attack the guards. But some interesting details that we will go on later, but also here for a second, is when he goes up to pick up truck, there are 2 methods to break in: smash window and clone key, which is grayed out, assuming you need a key cloner, of course. Jason then fights them, showing off the fighting. Very good fighting, RDR2 style fighting, so that's obviously going to make its way into GTA 6. But then he picks up the taser, starts tasing some of the guards in this refinery. But when Jason gets tased, he doesn't fall to the ground. His energy actually just goes to 0. So he must have some kind of extra health, but also his energy does deplete from getting tased. But then when Jason does tase the NPCs, they do just fall to the ground and start spazzing out. Then a semi-truck pulls up. Jason pulls out the NPC from a semi-truck. The NPC says, "Hey, that was a gift from my boyfriends." And then Jason says, "Hey, I always wanted a truck." But then after this clip, this is the first tease we get to Rockstar from the leaker. This cutscene, which it has to be a first cutscene because it's the only cutscene we actually see on the minimap throughout all 7 clips. So this is another hint that this leaker doesn't actually have a full build with all the missions. It's just maybe the first few minutes of the game in free mode. Jason is talking to Cal Hampton, where Cal says that they don't know about me. I have a VPN. Just 100% hint and shout to Rockstar. Leak number 4 is the Junkies leak, where Jason goes and antagonizes some junkies living under a bridge. And the main things I want to point out is a big UI change. Now this is, of course, probably going to change. It does look very clunky to start with, but the weapon wheel is returning, but this time it's squares. Again, I think it's going to be just like the weapon wheel we have in GTA 5, to be honest, and RDR2. But the radio station has boxes on the top, and you turn the boxes. So that's new. Again, might change, might just turn into a wheel when you're in the vehicle. Jason's health, stamina, and an eye icon, which looks to be tiredness, is at the top left. Money and stars are at the top right. Also, the police icons are at the top right to what they know about the clothes face vehicle. The minimap is actually more rectangle now with rounded corners, so more modernized. And above the minimap, when you get in the vehicle info will display above the minimap in a little square, which will show you the engine health, gas fuelage, and the vehicle tracker if it does have one, which are exclusive to more modernized vehicle and police vehicles. And then at the bottom right, we have greet, taunt, and stranger for talking to strangers. And then under that, we have the honor system, where we see Jason losing honor and has a little devil icon below him, which will probably be the same for Jason. So this is why we see, and Lucy is not unlocked yet, so probably when holding down the menu like we have in GTA 5 to switch characters, you will see their honor system with the icons under both of their names and faces. In this clip, we also see the cops are searching for you, and they have your description along with the icons. When Jason gets hurt, he takes that medicine that we now know is called Zombix, which is a parody of Zombrix from Dead Rising. And the message that pops up is repeated use of Zombix will have a temporary weaker effect on your health. And you can actually pick it up from people too. So these junkies on the bridge, he takes them out and he then picks up Zombix after just using some. So probably going to be able to come across this medicine often. Link number 5 is just Jason going along with a plane, showcasing downtown in a cinematic view. Not much else to say here except for some notable areas that you can see from the sky, of course, because it is Miami. But just looking at when this might take place, he is following I-97 looking to the east. It looks to be around 2019 and 2020, judging by the car parks around there. Joel Franco, amazing person, go check out his channel. He is from Miami. He covers the surrounding area a lot, and he does mention this as well, that because of how fast Miami grew in the past 5 years, this is very outdated. Actually, there is a lot of construction going on, even in the game, so this might change. Rockstar is, of course, good at adding buildings. Look at the casino update in GTA Online. But initially, this Vice City map is based off of 2019-2020 Miami, Florida. And at the end of this clip, the leaker spells out his name on the wall with the weapon. He spells out Leeks, another hint to Rockstar that yes, this is me recording it, or at least maybe it's him. Maybe he paid someone else to do this for him, and that's why he only has a certain selection of clips. Leak number 6 is the Bugatti Thrax, Trofade Thrax returning from GTA 5. This video is actually another option from the pool, so again, he is limited with these select few clips he has, at least so far that we know of. So we still aren't certain that he has a full build of the game yet. But Jason hops out of an NPC truck that has a tracker icon on the actual screen HUD, but once he steals the Thrax, that goes away, and now it's on his Thrax. So this is temporary to any NPC vehicle you currently have and get out of. When he smashes the window of the Thrax and pulls out the NPC, first, the window smash is very detailed, so much tiny pieces of glass breakage, and it falls on the floor. And when Jason gets in the vehicle, he steps over the glass. So very, very crazy attention to detail right there. But when he is pulling out the NPC, you see you have to spam a button to basically fight out the NPC. So it's not going to be press Y, you're done. You actually kind of have to fight it a little bit. And then when Jason does get in the Thrax, he sees the tracker icon. So the cops are tracking you, and you do actually see more cops start filling the street. He doesn't have a wanted level, but more cops are casually driving down the road looking for your vehicle. And you do see when you pass a cop on a highway, there is a little arrow that says, hey, there's a cop right there, watch out. And then he proceeds to go follow the Vice City International Airport. And one thing I will say, The roads, the road lining, the signs, very, very realistic. About time, Rockstar. But one interesting thing we see on the minimap is this red square, shaded square on the minimap. So this might be a faction, or if a cop sees you in this area, you will get a wants level because you're wanted in this area, maybe a district for police. But very interesting, we don't know what this is about yet. The most recent leak from yesterday, the Bugatti Part 2 leak. Jason is driving the same Thrax, but he comes across 2 gas stations. Gas station number 1, he robs, and you can actually see when he pulls up, he stops at the pump, and you have 2 options, refuel and repair. So no Vice City customs, or maybe it's just repairing the engine, but you have refuel, but repair costs $2,000. So that's very interesting that he doesn't go into Los Angeles customs. Maybe that's just temporary though. But refueling is confirmed finally. So as this clip goes on, after shooting the cashier inside the gas station, people inside, they don't run away. They actually take cover, fall to the ground. One woman almost faints and is being held up by another NPC in the back. Jason then smashes the register, starts taking out. You do have to spam A to take out the cash faster if you want to. And then Jason gets out of there, gets back in, and goes to another gas station where you again see the refuel and repair icon. But as Jason steals cash, there's actually a round cash icon that shows you how much cash you have on hand, but also it's filling up. So this has to assume that you have unlimited cash on hand. By the looks of it, it's very slim when he has $2,000. So I think it'll be around $100,000 maximum on hand that you can have. If you have more, you might be suspicious. You might not even be able to carry it anymore. So you have to put it in your car and then put it at your home, because your home actually does have a safe icon as well, with the money icon that has the little health bar for your money at your house. So this indicates that you'll have a safe at your house that you put money in, but also on hand you can only carry $100,000 on hand at once. And then at the end of the clip, you see him tease us with the strip club called Delight's Carbet Strip Club in Port Gilhorn, Leonota. This is obviously promoting him. He wants you to buy his cryptocurrency, so then he releases the screenshot, and judging by his website, it looks like it's working. People are buying his cryptocurrency. So he will be releasing this tomorrow, maybe the next day if he doesn't get the money tomorrow. But yeah, it looks like he has only a select certain amount of clips. You know, it's not him showcasing whatever people want to see. It's just him doing random stuff for a certain amount of time. All these clips are at least 1 minute, 2 minutes at most. So it doesn't look like he has infinite amount of clips. It looks like this is pre-recorded almost, and he's drip feeding these to us. But let's talk about the details now. So looking at the map, first off, the map size and date. Again, this is largely based off the 2019-2020 version of Miami. We actually got the whole maps leaked, and it's kind of stitched together, but this does appear to be the whole map. So we have 5 counties: Lumix County, Kelly County, Leonard County, Vice-Dale County, and Marina County. And 5 new islands and locations. We have Dalton Island, Tequista Retreat, Gloriana Key, which could be related to the Gloriana Plates, but we thought that was Georgia at first. So maybe it's a island based off of Georgia, Gloriana. We also have the Catalan Key and Catalan Bay. Some more tiny details about the map is that there is no real panhandle. We have a few islands at the top left, but no panhandle. It looks to be about double the size of the GTA 5 map. The Vice City Airport is massive. I mean, the scale of it is massive. Compared to GTA 5, it is bigger. So that's why it doesn't look as big as first, because the airport is so massive. But when you actually shrink it down compared to GTA 5, it's double the size. There's around 10 cities and towns in the map. Mount Caliga is located in the northern county Lumix. And we actually have another leak that came out, which shows us the elevation of the map. I'll show it here on screen. Hopefully it's not copyrighted at all. And you can see, it's bigger than Mount Chiliad. New Chiliad mystery confirmed in GTA 6? And they're finally using a color map again instead of the black and white version we have in GTA 5 on modern gen consoles. And again, just so many islands. Water is going to be bigger than ever before. So many mysteries in the water, so many activities, even missions in the water. Because we have so many islands, we're going to have probably bridges we close on. We have to take a boat to get to an island. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. Looking at the new features I gathered from these clips: limited money, refueling at gas stations. The in-game night cycle is now 144 minutes, 3 times as long compared to GTA 5. You now has medicine called Zombix to increase health. You have interaction menu options for NPCs to interact with them, similar to RDR2. Options for dead NPCs, loot carrying and picking up their weapons. The coil shocker is a new weapon in that clip with the security guards. And slow motion cameras for knockouts and vehicle crashes. Some details about the vehicles. Vehicles have a refueling icon and engine health icon. Refueling is confirmed again. And engine health. Driving physics do look to be a mix of GTA 5 and GTA 4. It's a little more boaty, but not as much as GTA 4, how people complained about it. It's now a mix between the both. So you do have a maybe 5 out of 10 body roll, but also you have the ability to take sharper turns. You're not going to be flipping over 10 times when you take a turn too sharp and hit a curb or something. Your personal vehicle now carry loadouts. So when we see Jason walking to the back of his vehicle, we see 3 options: close the trunk, loadout, and items. So we have 4 storage spaces for bigger items like jerry cans, maybe a body, so on. The minimap is actually off whenever Jason is off foot, but when he turns and goes into the vehicle, the minimap turns on. So we don't know if this is temporary, a setting they have on the game right now, but yeah, for now, the minimap is off when you're on foot. When stealing vehicles, you have 2 options: parked vehicles, smash window, and clone key. When pulling NPCs out of vehicles, you have to fight with them and spam a certain button to actually get them out. They put up a resistance. It's not simple, click one button and done. Modern vehicles have trackers when you steal them now, and the tracker logo will turn red when police know you stole that vehicle, which results in more police out looking for your specific vehicle. This is mostly showcased in the Bugatti and Thrax leaks. And in some clips, Jason drives with his hands on the door or even out of the window, even at high speeds. Very, very chill guy, I guess. And advanced destruction is back. The wheels fall off, the front window gets broken into pieces, but still continues to drive. And much better than the GTA 5 peak days. GTA 5 2030 vehicles, even if you play nowadays, you'll see how much destruction that has. This is 100% advanced, even compared to that. And again, when in a big crash, a cinematic slow motion camera scene starts when you are hit by a semi-truck, let's say. So about the wanted system now, Grand Theft Auto wanted system. 6 stars is back. The minimap now shows more like GTA 4, where there is a circle that lights up red and blue, and you have to escape the circle, and then escape the cops. So it might be a mix of GTA 4 and GTA 5, where you have the circle, but also you have the police arrows that come after you, and you have to avoid those too. When you have a wanted level, the police lights appear on the side of the screen to show you which direction they're in. This is very interesting. It has to be a toggle. I think it's kind of ugly, but when you're passing a police officer, if you have a wanted level, the side of your screen will light up red and blue. The screen will also show arrows in the direction of nearby cops and NPCs who think you are sketchy and want to antagonize you. When wanted by the cops, they will have your description. This includes clothing, face, and vehicle, and a vehicle tracker if your vehicle does have a tracker like the Bugatti did. You can change any of these to make escaping easier. Attacking NPCs gives you 2 stars minimum. And other NPCs who witness you do a crime will report you to the cops, and you will have stars, and they will have your description. And this is probably going to be like RDR2, where you could prevent those NPCs from reporting you if you take them out or antagonize them, and they give up. Talking more about the physics, so it's very, very RDR2 looking, more momentum based while walking, running, and driving. Again, GTA 4 driving physics almost. So it's more momentum based like RDR2, more realistic. Driving physics do look to be a mix between GTA 5 and GTA 4 again. The fighting physics is very much like RDR2. Jason grabs the wrench out of the first guy's hand in the second clip and takes it and starts beating him with the wrench. You can dodge, kick, block. You have different moves. And you have stamina for fighting, so when you hit NPCs, you lose a little bit of stamina too. Your character can do different poses and lean against rails, so this is kind of coming back from GTA Online. Picking up bodies is back from RDR2. You'll be able to put them in a lake or throw them in your trunk to hide them. Slow motion shots when performing a knockout hit is a thing. And when Jason breaks the glass in that Bugatti clip, it shatters into almost 50 pieces. Very, very crazy detail. And then he steps over them when getting into the vehicle to avoid stepping on broken glass. Crazy level of detail. And then finally, the HUD and UI menus. So the minimap is still a rectangle, but now it's longer. It has more modern rounded edges. Again, the minimap is off when you're on foot, but when you get into your vehicle, it turns on. And it's a little more 3D, and it's actually a 3D map, so when you have a highway system on the right of you, it will actually show you if it's above you or below you. No longer an arrow, it actually looks 3D. A stand up bar is located at the top left, weapon icon at the top right, as well as a police icon so they know about you. You also have the tiredness icon. Jason, when he performs a bad act, let's say, he gets the devil icon when attacking an NPC. Just like my prediction for the honor system going back, bigger and better upgraded than ever before. The weapon wheel is back, 6 slots only, including your fists, with an items wheel too that we do not see yet. But you also have the medicines at the bottom left too, the zombies, and another which symbol that looks like a stim pack. And the vehicle you last stole, NPC vehicle you last stole, will have an icon over it when you get out. So the minimap turns off, you now have an icon on the vehicle. This is why I'm kind of split on if this is actually a feature with the minimap being off on foot, or if it's just a toggle on and off for the build, whatever beta build this is. But you will have an icon over your vehicle when the minimap is off. And then when you get into another NPC vehicle, that icon goes away, it is now on your new vehicle. And let's look at some tiny details now. Just some details I noticed when going through these clips that don't really fit any other category. So some billboards, especially in the plane scene, are animated playing full videos on the side of the building on the billboards. So that's kind of crazy. Maybe there will be some unique billboards for some event weeks in GTA 6 Online. The UPS truck is now rebranded, I think, to Scoop. So no longer post-op, unless it is a different split-off company, but it is now called Scoop. When Jason hits a street sign, the street sign tilts. It doesn't just completely fall off, it now tilts sideways. Also in vehicles, when Jason hard brakes on the highway and there's a vehicle behind him, you can actually see him grab his rearview mirror and try to look behind him and see if there's any cars coming up behind him so he doesn't get hit from the back. Very good attention to detail, and not many people noticed. Cops will flash your sirens at you if you run a red light in front of them. You won't get a star, but they will flash their lights. The road signs and layouts actually make sense, especially around the airport in the Thrax leak we saw, with signs leading to the correct terminals and no turning signs followed by stop signs and correct lining on the roads and correct street signs. You have street signs pointing to Ambrosia, which is actually in the correct direction, downtown Vice City, even I-94, which is in GTA 6, they have a sign to get on it. So you will actually be able to follow the highways even without using a map. Even though a map is on a vehicle, you'll be able to follow it without a map because the road signs actually make sense. And in the first basketball clip, Jason can now work out at his home. Workouts are back. Of course, this was in the most recent GTA Online update, but workouts, you now have muscle, stamina. Working out is back in GTA. So this was over 50 details and Easter eggs we found in the GTA 6 leaked clips. Apparently there's more coming. It's going to be a few more days. Maybe it's leading up to a Netflix event they have going on the 27th where we will get that extended look. Still, even then, it's going to be 10 times better than what we're seeing now. If you guys think right now is good or bad, it's going to be better when we get that sneak peek with Netflix. And yeah, we're actually just going to have to wait for that. I don't think it's anything bad. We're not getting a spoiler for the story mode. It doesn't look like he even has spoilers for the story mode. It just looks like gameplay. So really all this is doing, you got to feel for the developers, you know. Their artwork is coming out early before it's meant to be shown, so you got to feel for them. But at the same time, this is doing nothing but fueling the hype. This is marketing for Rockstar. I guess the leaker's getting his cryptocurrency, whatever, but this, I don't think is hurting Rockstar. I think it's just fueling the hype. So, if you guys got this far into the video, probably liked it. So leave a like and subscribe to the video. I'll make next.